the Rockets win the tip. Here's the starting group for Houston. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. And he gets the bucket. Jones has got the opening basket of the game for the Rockets.
Terrence Jones is a great fit in this up-tempo style the Rockets like to play. A fluid athlete, he's able to outrun and outquick most of the power forwards he goes up against.
Now here's Stoudemire. 6 on the shot clock. Calderon passes to Anthony. Takes the three. And the shot is good. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Terrence Jones, a lefty with a good handle and that quickness, Steve, you were talking about, he can give big men trouble facing up.
Yeah, he's got the ability to get to the rim and the length and explosiveness that can make him a great finisher. He had one of the top field goal percentages in the league last season.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
It's Anthony with the drive. Buried from 15 feet out. Anthony's got 5.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Harden kicks to Howard. With the floater, and Harden with the basket on the assist by Howard. Harden's got his first points of the game.
And you got to have perfect timing to knock down that teardrop.
Calderon kicks to Anthony. Back to Calderon. Smith outside. New York moving it around. Jones against Stoudemire. Here's Calderon. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
Now, here is Harden. To the inside. Here's Beverly. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Calderon kicks to Smith. He feeds it to Anthony. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
Now here's Jones. Harden has a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Harden's got 5.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Calderon dishes to Stoudemire. Smith outside, looking to end the run. And Jones pulls it down. Rockets leading by 6. And Beverly kicks to Howard. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Lets it go from 11. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
For Houston, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Beverly, the pass to Jones. Beverly dishes to Ariza. Howard setting the pick for Ariza. From past the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Very well executed pick to give them all kinds of space to get that one off.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
One more time, let me hear your Knicks City Dancers.
Here is Calderon. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Smith outside, feeds it to Carmelo. Tries to snap the cold streak, and he gets it to go.
You know, across the board, the Knicks played at a very deliberate pace last year. They were in no rush to get their offense in motion and actually preferred a slower half-court game.
Now, here's Beverly. At the elbow, Harden. Clock at 6. Harden right side. And Houston again with the bucket.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now here's Calderon. Pass to Anthony. Goes up on the high post, and he gets it to go. Anthony's got 9.
His shooting has been so good today, and he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Jones with the screen on Calderon. Harden with it. Now Smith defending. Harden gets to Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game. And there's the feed to Smith. He kicks to Carmelo. Anthony drawing the double team.
That's a jump ball.
And so it's New York with it. Stoudemire the pass to Calderon. Clock is at 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Howard setting the pick for Harden. And it's Ariza in the corner. Back to Harden. Passes it to Beverly. He dishes it to Ariza. Excellent D there from Anthony. Knicks trail by 7. There's the dish to Stoudemire. Smith against Harden. Calderon kicks to Smith. That 3 off the mark. Houston's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Beverly dishes to Harden. Goes up on the wing. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Harden's got 9.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Now here's Calderon, defended by Beverly.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Ariza passes to Beverly. Ariza kicks to Harden. Back to Ariza. Fires from 14, and it's off the back rim. No good. Knicks trail by 9. Smith dishes to D'Alembert. For 3, Calderon. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now Beverly. He's got 5. A shot by Harden. Wide open. And another 3 for Houston.
He's got the firepower, feeling the rhythm here, going 5 for 5 so far.
Yeah, everything seems to be working. He's in a nice groove.
New York calls timeout. And a new group in for the Knicks. Smith checked in for D'Alembert. Iman Shumpert has come in for Amari Stoudemire. Hardaway's checked in for Smith. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Jose Calderon. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Houston. New York's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And Prigioni kicks to Anthony. And the pass to Prigioni. Here's the floater. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Yeah, he's not happy right now. You can see it's really hurting him.
You sure can, Steve. I mean, it's difficult to say exactly how serious it is, but hopefully we'll have an update soon.
Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Pablo Prigioni. And a switch here also for Houston. Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. Hardaway with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Shumpert. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Iman Shumpert, an aggressive perimeter defender with lockdown potential. Still very foul prone early in his career, but he's got a chance to be elite defensively as he continues to grow.
And the Rockets making a change here. Daniels is checked in. So he picks up just one from the line that time. And Shumpert, fantastic athlete, great quickness and leaping ability.
Yeah, he's rebounded very well from his ACL injury, and he's got a nice handle to go along with good passing ability. A lot of upside remaining in his game.
They get it again. Another shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
Well, Dwight Howard, one of the more criticized stars over the past few seasons. He says he's motivated by his critics, and he's had more than a few. Howard, playing with a chip on his shoulder, he feels he has a lot to prove.
And that one misses.
And for Dwight in Orlando, I think he might have done some things differently, but Los Angeles was a tough situation, not really of his making. That was created by external forces, I think. And once he did decide to leave, it got worse and really was beyond his control in many ways. His toughness was questioned, his basketball IQ kind of became a personal attack on him, which wasn't quite fair. It's a little bit, I can understand why he might hold a grudge.
And for Dwight Howard, there are always going to be ruffled feathers when you leave a city behind. Certainly that was the case in Orlando and Los Angeles.
Yeah, and there may have been some indecision as well that led to that media frenzy. The story just wouldn't go away, but I think in the end he ended up exactly where he needed to be, with an up-and-coming team in a good city, in a comfortable environment with a good young talent base around him.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin McHale gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I talked to him about plans he had coming into this game, and the one thing he told me was that he wanted to make sure it didn't come down to a wire, saying with guys like Melo and Amari, I don't want the ball in their hands with a chance to win it at the end. We need to get out ahead early and never let them back in it. We'll see if they're able to avoid a close finish, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Okay, time now for an injury report.
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Knicks head athletic trainer. The news is not good at all. It looks like a broken ankle with additional injury to the surrounding connective tissue. There is no chance of his return to this game, and from the sound of it, gentlemen, he could be out a whole lot longer than just today.
All right, Doris, thank you. And Steve and Clark, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
No, Kevin, guys, it's really too bad. Just a terribly unfortunate turn of events here.
Well, yeah, you hate to see that happen. And in the meantime, his team now has to compensate for the loss. Let's see how they step up.
Here's Kanan. Jose Calderon making his last shot. Kanan, the pass to Ariza. Tries again. The shot misses. Smith with some nice D.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense. Just keep firing.
Here's Adrian. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Kicks to Daniels. Dishes it to Howard. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by Howard. Daniels has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Calderon. He's tightly guarded. Here's Smith. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Here's Kanan. Back to Ariza. From 10 feet out, Howard, good. And now it's an 8-point Rocket lead. New York's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Calderon kicks to Hardaway. 15 seconds left to play here in the first. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. From midcourt. And that does it for the first quarter. Houston on top, up 8. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Knicks trail by 8. So on the floor for Houston. Jones is out there with Jeff Adrian. Then it's Harden. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard. Stoudemire dishes to Calderon. Pass to Shumpert. Back to Calderon. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Smith. It's rebounded by Houston. Jones has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Now, here is Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Rockets.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's Shumpert. Smith outside. Smith right side. And that one's good.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Rockets leading by 8.
You know, there's always a little hesitation with newly formed star-loaded teams, and we wondered if the Rockets would click early last year. They did, and ended up with the 4 seed out west.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
On the wing, Shumpert, guarded by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And good on the basket. Book it. Beverly's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Now here is Smith. 6 to shoot. The step back jumper is good. Houston's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Feeds to Adrian. Houston moving it around. Here's the screen. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
New York calls timeout.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Rockets. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Still Knicks ball.
And Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
4 on the shot clock. Calderon, that's good.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Harden outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. He really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
And Harden is a great passer. But last season, at times, it seemed like he settled into being a ball stopper. He's so talented, so gifted offensively. He's an excellent offensive player when he's isolated. But this team has so much offensive talent. I think they're best served to keep that ball hopping. And that goes for any team, but clearly a team that has the weapons they used to.
Harden hits them both. And you think of the superstar two guards who have won titles over the years, whether it's Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles or Dwayne Wade in Miami, Steve, they've all gotten after it defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's where Harden has to take the next step, in my opinion. When he's locked in, he's great. You know, he's got the long wingspan, he's got the strength. It's just about having that focus and that energy, that intensity that you need at the defensive end.
And here's Beverly after J.R. Smith getting his three to go. Harden the pass to Adrian. Johnson, that's for two. The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Rockets lead by 11. Knicks have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooter. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Kevin, Dwight Howard's certainly excited to be in Houston. He said, having guys like Hakeem and Kevin McHale on my side, I can't lose. They're going to really stay on top of me, and that's what I want. Olajuwon said, I'm like a kid in a candy store. He has the power. Now we're adding finesse to that power. A scary thought, Kevin.
He could be unstoppable, Doris. Thanks. Now, here's Calderon. 11 points in the game. On the wing, Shumpert. Pulls it up. That one wide left.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Johnson kicks to Harden. No good on the triple.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Pass to Dallenberg. Smith on the wing. Beyond the arc. And that one's good. Smith's got it back down to within single digits for the Knicks.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
It's Harden with the drive. That's good. Harden's got 20 points.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Now here's Calderon, defended by Beverly. There's the triple, and there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Calderon. 13 points for J.R. Smith.
Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, they are splashing them. Their last 3 buckets have all come from behind the arc.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
J.R. Smith going from one of his best seasons in 2012-13 to one of his worst a year ago. I think his knee surgery in the offseason really got him off to a slow start. He didn't have the same bounce in his step, and he didn't find his game until late in the season.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 20. He feeds it to Beverly. Back to Harden. Johnson outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. The 3. And it's Beverly missing. Knicks trail by 7. Dallenberg with a screen on Johnson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Well, good idea setting that screen, but the execution wasn't there.
No, it sure wasn't. I mean, you want it to be hard, but it also has to be legal.
Houston leading by 7. Beverly dishes to Harden. A floater. Here's Jones. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2. Jones has got 6 points.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Now here's Shumpert. Stoudemire setting the pick for Shumpert. Calderon, that's for 2. Connects, the jumper drops. Calderon's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Here's Jones. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Now here's Calderon, Defended by Beverly. Calderon, that's good.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Jones sets the pick for Harden. The feed now to Jones. Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to Jones. Up and in on the layup. Jones has got 8.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Stoudemire. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Smith. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Beverly. He has 7. Harden inside the three-point line. Money from the wing. And it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
That's good. Calderon's got 8 points here in this quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Beverly with the ball. Harden outside. Harden left side. Shumpert with some nice D. New York's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Smith drives in. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Really got to like how they're getting the ball inside this quarter. They didn't have as much success early in the game, but now they're showing the determination it takes to score the ball inside. You got to be intentional about that, and they are.
So for the Knicks, Jason Smith, he's checked in for Dallenberg. Anthony comes in for Amari Stoudemire. Hardaway is subbed in for Iman Shumpert. The Rockets also changing it up. Howard's checked in for Jeff Adrian. Reza comes in for James Harden. And it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Hardaway. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Calderon has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
You know, it's really been this way for a few years when you look at the Rockets. They have been fantastic at getting to the line, and I think it caught a lot of teams in the East off guard last season.
Knicks trail by 7. Smith the pass to Calderon. He kicks it to Anthony. Hardaway is screen on Jones. Pass to Smith. He dishes it to Calderon. The tray. And again, New York with the triple. Now the Rockets did well against the Eastern Conference last year, as you might expect. 23 wins out of 30 games. And getting to the line, Steve, was a part of it.
Yeah, in fact, they averaged just under 30 trips to the foul line against the Eastern Conference teams. So, you know, it's tough to lose when you get so many easy points against your opponent.
And here is Johnson. Jose Calderon getting his 3 to go. Here's Ariza. Howard trying to free himself up. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Johnson. 6 points for Trevor Ariza. Here's Calderon. He's got 22. The drive by Smith. And the shot is good. Smith's got 15 points.
They didn't get off to much of a start early on, but seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Cannon kicks to Johnson. Now the dish to Howard. Goes back up, and Johnson puts it in. Johnson's got 6 in the quarter.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Now here is Smith. 15 points in the game. Now the pass to Hardaway. Here's Anthony. That's blocked to the left side wing. It's intercepted. Here's Cannon, covered by Smith. Kicks it to Johnson. He's looking for Howard and finds him. Takes it from 10, and Houston again with the bucket. 36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Calderon. Outside Anthony. We got 22 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Calderon kicks to Hardaway. Three-pointer. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Calderon.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Here's Kanan from outside the arc. Can't get it to go. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Rockets lead by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. You seem to be playing with plenty of determination. What lit the fire under you tonight?
Coaching with my teammates. I mean, they've been telling me to drive the ball. Just finally clicked and start driving the ball. Good things happen.
JR, appreciate the time as always. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Knicks trail by 6. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. Anthony and Stoudemire make up the forwards. Calderon and Smith are the 1 and the 2. And it's D'Alembert in at center.
Amari Stoudemire still an efficient scorer, attacking the rim. The problems have been at the defensive end of the floor, where last season he fouled 4 times more than he blocked a shot. Not a great ratio, and so he's got to continue to work defensively.
They get it back. Here's Jones. No good with the layup.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Here's Anthony. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Anthony's got the first bucket of the third here for the Knicks. And Amari, he's owed around $45 million over this season and next.
And that's a huge contract. Still a great scorer, but as we discussed, he's got to defend at a better level and rebound at a higher rate to command more minutes on this team, and we'll see if he can make that happen.
And the basket by Jones. Here's Calderon. 25 points in the game. D'Alembert sets a screen for Calderon. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Calderon's got 27 points. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, Derek Fisher going straight from his playing to his new job as the Knicks head coach. He brushed aside questions about his lack of experience, saying, basketball is a game that I'm experienced in playing, understanding, leading in, and helping achieve the greatest gift in the world as an athlete, and that's being a champion. Not bad, guys.
No lack of confidence. He understands winning, Doris. Thanks. And Samuel D'Alembert picks up the foul. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Good. Beverly's got 9.
Kevin, too easy. I mean, the defenders were sort of looking at each other like, whose man was he? And everybody thought somebody else was going to guard him, and nobody did.
Now, here is Smith. 15 points in the game. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Anthony.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Harden dishes to Ariza. And Beverly gets to Ariza. Shot clock at 6. The 10-footer. And it falls over the rim and in. 8 points for him. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Now, Ariza. Jose Calderon missing from long range. Ariza passes to Harden. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 4 assists in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Anthony dishes to Calderon. Pass to Smith. Back to Calderon. Plenty of space. And again, it's New York.
Yeah, he's been the key cog in their offense with the way he shot the ball.
His percentage today beyond impressive. Certainly not his fault the score is what it is.
Timeout called the Rockets.
Well, Jose Calderon, a huge boost offensively at point guard. He's a terrific floor general, sets up his teammates nicely, takes good care of the ball, and he's a top-tier marksman. In the NBA, we call those guys lasers. He can do it off the bounce or spotting up.
Harden outside. Dishes to Ariza. There's the pick. Feeds it to Howard. The jump hook. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Now here's Calderon. He's got 29 points. Anthony kicks to Stoudemire. Some nice passing by New York here. Off target with his 3.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Anthony, the pass to Calderon. Harden against Smith. Lets the 3 fly. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 5 on a bucket from Jose Calderon.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Kicks it out to Ariza. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Ariza's got 5 points now this quarter. Now here's Calderon. He's guarded closely. And it's Stoudemire at the elbow. Stoudemire left side. Shot clock at 6. Calderon dishes to Smith. Can't get it to go. And it's Houston the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Howard with this screen on Calderon. That freed up. Nice work off the pick. And that's now 27 points for James Harden.
Well, that shot was made possible by the work Dwight Howard did.
Anthony sets the pick for Calderon. Out to Anthony. Plenty of space. And he gets it to go. Anthony's got 17. Houston leading by 9. Pass to Jones. Ariza outside. He feeds it to Howard. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Shaky defense down low again. It's been a mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure they didn't go into this one expecting to get battered like they have inside.
A different look for New York. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Dallenberg. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jose Calderon. Houston also making some changes. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Terrence Jones. And Daniels subbed in for Trevor Ariza.
You know, Dwight Howard had started 6 straight All-Star games until last season. The new balloting system with 2 backcourt players and 3 frontcourt players resulted in Blake Griffin and Kevin Love in the starting lineup. Howard felt slighted. He thinks that centers are kind of getting the short end of the stick here.
And you remember, Howard last season created a mock commercial asking people to save the centers.
Yeah, you know, as usual, Dwight Howard finding a way to have fun with it in bizarre fashion. That's part of who he is. But I think the underlying issue is a true one. The age of the lumbering pivot man in the NBA seems to be slowly going towards extinction.
The first free throw is good.
Just a lot of disappointment for the Knicks last year and their fans, as many were hoping for them to challenge for the East title, but it just never came together. A fragile line between being a playoff team and not.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the Knicks last season had some strong runs at times, but a slow start to the season, Steve, put them too far in back of everybody else.
Well, you kept waiting for them to catch up, but as you said, their sluggish start did them in, and they had to work overtime just to get back into the playoff hunt late in the year. In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Grown man power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
Well, we've seen these kind of plays get them going in the past, that's for sure.
The Knicks making a switch here. Smith is checked in. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
Now here's Beverly. 9 points in the game so far. Harden against Anthony. Fades back, and Howard with the nice bucket inside. Howard's got 6 in the quarter. Knicks trail by 9. Smith outside. And blocked. Now here's Beverly, covered by Smith. Beverly the pass to Adrian. Harden dishes to Howard. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Patrick Beverly is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much pit bull in him and how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer. He's basically a three-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
And Patrick Beverly, a nice find for the Houston Rockets, makes an ideal pairing with Harden in the backcourt.
Yeah, he sure does, Kevin, because he's tough, he's defensive-minded. He's a good complement to Harden, and I think any team in the league would love to have him just because of that toughness and that competitive desire.
Cannony's checked in for the Rockets. And so Howard nails both of them. Well, Clark, playing in New York can be nerve-rattling, and the Knicks had a lot of trouble last season getting wins here at home.
And, Kevin, if you look at where they ended up in the standings, a lot of it is because they just couldn't defend this court like they needed to.
Now here is Hardaway. Looking for his first basket still in this one. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Anthony. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Cannon kicks to Adrian. The feed to Harden. There's a good screen. Howard in the post. Covered by Smith. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. 14 points for Howard.
As you mentioned, the Knicks' shortcomings started at home as they went sub-500 here. Teams just don't make the playoffs with a losing record on their home floor. Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
It's rebounded by New York. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, it appeared to me that at times the Knicks did press a little too hard at home last year. They seemed to be forcing things that just weren't there in an effort to appease this very demanding New York Knicks crowd. And I think that pressure led to poor performances.
Harden's shot is off. Knicks trail by 9. Anthony, the pass to Smith. Out to Hardaway. Back to Smith. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Smith's got 21.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Cannon dishes to Daniels. Howard against Smith. Howard, that's good. Howard's got 12 now in this quarter.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Smith outside. Into Smith. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Passes it to Adrian. And Shumpert pulls it down. Shumpert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Smith. And the Knicks good for 2.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Cannon kicks to Howard. That's good. Howard's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Now Smith, 23 points in the game. Shumpert with a screen for Smith to the left wing. Smith with a screen on Harden. Kept alive. That one's in there. Pocket lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Smith.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Tremendous output from Howard. 14 rebounds, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful, Clark.
The Rockets have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there.
Well, you look at the numbers, Kevin. Last year they were around 71% from the line as a team, so not a very good number there.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Jones checked in for Jeff Adrian. So he gets them both.
The Rockets, to me, are an emerging factor in the West. Not 100% sold on them being championship caliber, but I still think you've got to give that front office a lot of credit in terms of what they got out of the superstar tandem of Harden and Howard. I think it's a strong foundation of scoring and defense.
Cannon banked in off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 9.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smith sets the pick for Smith. He kicks to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen. Cannon, the pass to Harden. 1 second left, and he gets the bucket. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Rockets on top, up by 11. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, and today it comes from one of the men in the middle. Kevin, let me tell you, anytime you get a big man who can pass like this, it really changes the way you can play offense, diversifies your offensive attack.
Let me ask you, who is the best passing big man you played with?
Luke Longley.
Oh, Yeah, the Australian.
Yes, big redhead, good passer down on the low block.
Former #1 pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Rockets leading by 11. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in at the 3 spot. Shoots off the screen. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Ariza's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Rockets. Calderon kicks to Hardaway. Back to Calderon. Outside Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Howard with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for New York.
Substitution for the Knicks. Samuel Dallenberg.
Shot clock at 2. Calderon, no good.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
Now here's Anthony. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Calderon dishes to Hardaway. A three-pointer off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
It's Harden with the drive. Ariza against Hardaway. Ariza passes to Beverly. Harden has a wide open look. No good with the triple.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Calderon kicks to Dallenberg. Stoudemire trying to break free. Nice shot by Dallenberg.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Beverly up top. He's guarded by Calderon. Jones with the screen on Hardaway. Here's Beverly. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And the Rockets lead by 16.
That's his first three-pointer of the half. Remember, he did make one in the first half as well.
The dish to Hardaway. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
And then he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Howard.
Well, last season saw the completion of the $1 billion renovation of this arena. Incredible place, a palace really. And you know, the new CBA makes it harder to spend big money on players, so the Knicks appear to be spending big on amenities.
At the line for the Rockets, Dwight Howard taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
He's made an effort to get into the defense a lot more by aggressively attacking the basket, and he's not shying away from the contact, which has given him some free throw opportunities.
He doesn't get the second one.
Kevin, I hate to pile on here, but it's really been difficult to watch his work at the line. I mean, it's something he struggles with, and this game is no different.
Anthony dishes to Stoudemire. The pass to Calderon. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Calderon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And you know, you mentioned those renovations. You look up and see those 2 walkways 10 stories above the court with built-in seating. Boy, that's impressive.
Now a timeout called by Houston. With the Knicks, and we mentioned the walkways, but there's also the huge new scoreboard. And Steve, the expansive new 7th Avenue entryway.
Yeah, a couple of 600-square-foot video screens on the ceiling. As time goes on, NBA arenas just continue to get more and more lavish. The Mecca is more than keeping up with that trend.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Now, here is Harden. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Anthony's shot is off.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
Beverly the pass to Harden, and he gets the bucket. Harden's got 31 points.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Hardaway kicks to Anthony. Stoudemire setting the pick for Calderon. And he's good on the three ball. Calderon's got 12 points here in the second half.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
Now here's Howard. Lets it go from 14. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Shooting for Houston, Dwight Howard. Shooting one.
Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held the winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Hardaway, no good. Rockets leading by 16. Ariza kicks to Beverly. He dishes it to Harden. Pass to Howard. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Checking in for your Knicks, Iman Shumpert.
On the wing, Harden, guarded by Shumpert. Shot clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup. 33 points for James Harden.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Nice shot by D'Alembert.
Well, the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Rockets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Howard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 8th assist in the game. Now here's Calderon, defended by Beverly. Calderon kicks to D'Alembert. This is to Stoudemire, and stolen by Howard. Feeds to Ariza, and some nice passing there by Houston. It's stolen by D'Alembert. And here's Calderon. Pass to Shumpert, launches it, and that one's good.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Howard. And D'Alembert pulls it down.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Shoots the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Howard's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Beverly with the ball. Howard with a screen on Calderon. Howard setting the pick for Harden. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Ariza has the open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Rockets lead by 18.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
Now here's Calderon. Back to Anthony. He feeds it to Stoudemire. Passes it to Carmelo. Here's the three. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
23 seconds on the shot clock.
Houston leading by 18. Inside, here's Harden, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Harden's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Now here's Calderon. Tight defense on him. The feed now to Dallenberg. Calderon kicks to Shumpert. Now here's Calderon. 6 to shoot. This one for three. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Beverly. Harden left side. No good. Anthony with the defensive effort. Knicks trail by 20. Left side, Shumpert. Calderon dishes to Shumpert. Harden against Anthony. Anthony left side. That's good. Anthony's got 21 in the game.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Harden kicks to Howard. Back to Harden. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And that's now 37 points for James Harden. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Now, here is Harden. Amon Shumpert unable to get his last shot to go. Ariza outside. Back to Harden. 18 feet out. Again, the Rockets score.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
New York calls timeout.
Analytics has become a huge part of the NBA, and one element of that jumps out at me is basically the cameras that track every movement of every player and can provide info on when exactly a player gets tired to how much of their time on the floor they are actually running instead of standing around.
Stoudemire against Jones. Here's Calderon. It's rebounded by Houston. And back to the camera system we were talking about, some teams using it more than others, but they are starting to find and use all sorts of data, Steve, from those cameras.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear how different teams are using that technology. Some teams use it to check on the club's spacing. They'll see how many times a guy is dribbling the ball compared to the season before. That's what the Celtics did with Rondo. It's really interesting. It's a tremendous amount of data to process. But the trick is, you know, making it work, making it mean something.
Here's Anthony following the basket by Dwight Howard.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Houston leading by 22.
Next down, 99.
Beverly the pass to Harden. He kicks it to Howard. From 10 feet out, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And he has picked it up here in the second half, really lighting it up now.
The Knicks shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Calderon dishes to Carmelo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, we now know that Carmelo Anthony was battling through a torn rotator cuff and a torn labrum in the 2013 playoffs. Surgery seemed likely, and he would have missed the start of last season, but instead he went for a combination of rest and rehab, and that did the trick, and he seemed really healthy all year.
That free throw good from Anthony. And for Carmelo, he took a risk in not opting for surgery on that left shoulder.
Yeah, great to see that it healed without the surgery. His upper body can take a lot of punishment because he is a physical player. He invites contact as a scorer who gets to the line as much as he does. So nice to see that he'll be healthy, and he'll probably put in about 25 to 27 a night, which has been his norm throughout his career.
Well, last season, that even though he had hoped guys to remain in Nick, Carmelo Anthony wanted to at least experience free agency, and Steve, something that he's really never gone through.
Well, it's understandable, you know, for a player of his notoriety and his caliber. You know, you might not want to make a move to a new team, but just that feeling of having the choice, I think, is something that a lot of players crave during their careers.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Rockets.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Dwight Howard. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing boards.
That one is off.
And for Carmelo, there was no question the Knicks would offer him a full max contract, a bigger contract than any other team could offer. But given their struggles, it still had to be a tough decision for him.
Bargnani has checked in for New York. And he sinks the second.
Well, kind of ironic that Melo said he wanted to experience free agency. You know, if he just waited and signed with the Knicks in July back in 2011, that team would have been left with a lot more assets and players who could have helped him win.
Johnson, a wide open look, offline with his three. The Knicks shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Bargnani from long range. No luck. And the Rockets take it the other way. Here's Kanan. Johnson outside. The dish to Cannon from the arc. Rebound by Smith. New York shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Hardaway kicks to Larkin. Now the pass to Ace. From downtown, and Bargnani is good for three.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Dwight, both your scoring and rebounding was a major factor tonight. This kind of performance has got to feel pretty good.
I think I could have had a better game from the line, but you know what? I'm just going to keep playing, you know. Just continue to get better and just try to lead my team.
Dwight, thank you. Superman looks pretty good, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Dwight Howard.